What's going on, y'all? In this video, I want to compare the CLA Mix Hub to the Scheps Omni channel. So I'm demoing the CLA Mix Hub right now, deciding if I'm going to purchase it, and I already own the Scheps Omni channel. So I wanted to kind of compare these two because these are two of, I'd say, the better channel strips that Waves has to offer, and just look at how they compare in features as well as sound. So starting with the newer one, which is the CLA Mix Hub. So both of these have the saturation, harmonic distortion that they can do on the input stage. Both have high and low pass filters. On the input stage, what we're going to differ is on the Scheps. You have the option to change your octave on the high and low pass, and you also have a thump, which is going to add a resonant bump to the top of the filter, and you can set that at 2 or 4 dB. The EQ section, I think we've got a 1, 2, 3. Oh no, we got 4 bands on both. I was thinking that the Scheps had an extra band, but so we've got a 4-band EQ on both. Both of them allow the solo feature here. Both of them, both plugins allow that feature as well. Where we're going to start to differ is we've got 2 extra sections on the Scheps, which is the gate and the de-esser, which actually has 2 de-essers on it as well. This bottom one I like to use as like a deplosive sometimes. So you've got two-band de-esser here. You've got a gate. Well, I take that back. Sorry, on the Mix Hub, you also have a gate. So you have a de-esser, which is something you don't have on the Mix Hub. The biggest feature on the Mix Hub, though, is this bucket view that allows you to mix up to 64 tracks in buckets of 8. You just set these across all of your tracks. The Scheps, you cannot do that. Both have this insert feature where you can insert another Waves plugin. You also have a limiter on the end of the channel on the Scheps, and you don't have that on the Mix Hub. Compressor-wise, you have 2 different compressors on the Mix Hub. You've got the SSL compressor, and you've got the Bluey, which is CLA's 1176. On the Scheps, you've got 3 different types of compression: VCA, FET, and Opto. So that's a quick look at the features between the two. Let's go ahead and get into how they sound. So I've got a track I recorded here from Larissa J. That's vocal and guitar. And these 2 green tracks, we're going to flip between these two to really hear the difference. But right now, I just want you to see both plugins working. We're getting, I think, like 3 to 6 dB gain reduction with the compressor here. So I'm going to start with the CLA, and then I'm going to take it out, which is going to leave it bypassed for a little bit, and then bring in the Scheps.
The damage is done, so tell me how I feel sitting up there, feeling so high, but you're far away now on me. You know I'm the one who'll put you up there, name in the sky. Does it ever get lonely thinking you can live without me? Live without me, baby. I'm the one who'll put you up there. Don't know why, no. The damage is done, so I guess I'll be leaving. Yeah, yeah. The damage is done, so I guess I'll be leaving.
So for both of these, I matched the settings as close as I could. All of the EQ settings are set the same. The only thing with the compressor, I had to pull down the threshold more on the Scheps. I'm using some saturation on both here. So now let's flip over to these 2 green tracks. We'll hear the immediate difference now between these two. The top track is, let's give this some color. So this white track here is going to be the CLA, and nope. And this bottom track is going to be the Scheps.
The damage is done, so tell me how I feel sitting up there, feeling so high, but you're far damage is done, so I guess I'll be leaving.
So between these two, I think I like the Scheps better just for this, just because the Scheps sounded cleaner to me. The CLA definitely sounded warmer to me. So, let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think between these two. Between the two, they certainly, obviously, both have their pros and cons. The gate, I don't use the gate much on the Scheps unless I'm doing like podcast editing. I like this channel strip a lot for podcast editing, so I use the gate there. But I do use the de-esser a lot when I'm using this. The CLA mix hub, though, I feel like I like the compressors better on the mix hub versus the Scheps. The EQ, I feel, is more versatile on the Scheps, but I've been using SSL EQs for a long time, so I really like the EQ section on the CLA Mix Hub. So there's a quick look at comparison between the CLA Mix Hub and the Scheps Omni channel. Let me know your thoughts. Any questions, comments? Let me know, and I'll catch y'all next time. I want to invite everyone to check out my new podcast, the Faders Up Podcast. It's a podcast about pro audio. I've got me and 3 other Nashville professionals. We're discussing pro audio topics, pro audio lifestyle. And it's available on Apple Podcasts and it's available on Spotify. So check it out, rate it, let me know what you think.